think you've seen it all? Think again. The world is full of mysteries that defy explanation, and today we're diving deep into some of the most spine-chilling encounters ever recorded. From ghostly apparitions to alien sightings, these stories will make you question everything you thought you knew about reality. Wait until you see these supernatural encounters. Each one is more unsettling than the last, and they all have one thing in common. They leave us with more questions than answers. Are these events the result of overactive imaginations, or is there something truly otherworldly at play? First up, imagine encountering an unnatural figure with long limbs hovering over a man lying on the ground. This eerie sighting was reported by multiple witnesses, each describing the figure in chilling detail. The long limbs, the way it seemed to float just above the ground, and the palpable sense of dread that filled the air. It's the kind of thing that haunts your dreams. 2 officers saw it, and they didn't stick around to find out more. Their training couldn't prepare them for this. They described feeling an overwhelming urge to flee, as if their very survival depended on it. What could have caused such a reaction in seasoned professionals? In Houston, a security guard was caught on camera having a full-blown conversation with what he claimed was the ghost of a deceased co-worker. Spooky, right? The footage shows him gesturing and talking animatedly to thin air. When asked about it later, he was adamant that he had seen and spoken to his late friend. The guard's sincerity and the clarity of the footage make this one of the most compelling ghost stories in recent memory. Then there's the case of the officer who heard screams in the woods. He ventured into the darkness, flashlight in hand, following the eerie cries. The deeper he went, the louder the screams became, until they suddenly stopped. He found no one, but the feeling of being watched was overwhelming. He later described the experience as the most terrifying moment of his life. He went to investigate, and let's just say, he quickly regretted it. The forest seemed to close in around him, and he felt an icy hand brush against his neck. He ran back to his car, heart pounding, and never returned to that part of the woods again. Picture this: bike patrol officers in an alleyway encountering a fast-moving blur. They described it as a shadowy figure that moved with impossible speed, darting from one end of the alley to the other in the blink of an eye. The officers were left stunned, unable to explain what they had just witnessed. One officer froze in fear while the others fled. What was it? We may never know. The incident was reported, but no evidence was found to explain the mysterious figure. It remains one of the most baffling cases in the department's history. In an abandoned building, police ran into a humanoid shadow figure. Yes, they fled too. The building had a reputation for being haunted, and the officers' encounter only added to the legend. They described the figure as being tall and featureless, with an aura of malevolence that sent chills down their spines. Seems like a smart move. Sometimes the best course of action is to trust your instincts and get out of there. After all, some mysteries are better left unsolved. A seemingly empty wheelchair suddenly became occupied, and the person sprinted away. How? The incident was caught on the hospital's security cameras, showing the wheelchair moving on its own before coming to a sudden stop. Moments later, a figure appeared in the seat, causing a nearby nurse to flee in terror. The footage has been analyzed repeatedly, but no one can explain how the wheelchair moved or where the figure came from. Your guess is as good as ours. These unexplained events leave us scratching our heads and wondering about the true nature of our reality. Are we alone in the universe, or are there forces at work that we can't begin to comprehend? In the Philippines, a motorcyclist saw a ghostly figure dart in front of him. He swerved to avoid it, nearly crashing in the process. The figure was described as translucent and human-like, but with an otherworldly glow. The motorcyclist was shaken but managed to keep his bike upright. Dashcam footage backed him up. Chilling. The video shows the figure clearly, moving across the road before disappearing into the night. It's one of the most convincing pieces of evidence for the existence of ghosts, and it has left many viewers questioning their beliefs. And finally, a hotel security guard felt their hair being pulled on a rarely visited floor. The guard was patrolling the empty corridor when they felt a sharp tug on their hair. Turning around, they found no one there. The incident was reported, and the guard was visibly shaken, refusing to return to that floor alone. The hotel was built on the site of a tragic fire. Many believed that the spirits of those who perished in the blaze still linger, unable to move on. The hotel's history is filled with reports of strange occurrences, from ghostly apparitions to unexplained noises. Coincidence? You decide. These stories challenge our understanding of the world and force us to confront the possibility that there is more to our reality than meets the eye. So, do you believe in the supernatural? Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these encounters are sure to make you think twice about the world around you. Are these events the result of natural phenomena, or is there something more sinister at play? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more eerie content. Your support helps us continue to explore the unknown and bring you the most fascinating stories from the world of the supernatural.